Wam kili kili.
Wam kili kili.
Wam kili kili.
Wam kili kili.
So, wir tun jetzt einen weiteren Blick zurück in die Geschichte von Südafrika. Another look back to the history of South Africa, because we have a wine. It's called Ansela van der Kaap, and that's a tribute to a person who lived hundreds of years ago, in the beginning of the time when the wine starts in South Africa. Can you tell us a little bit about this wife, Ansela?
Yes, I can. It's I'll speak slowly in English, okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. It's very important for us history. Muratie was established in 1685. We know the Cape started in 1652. And what's great for us is that Muratie, the first owner of Muratie, was a German soldier that came from Pomerania, Pommer. And he, when he was a soldier, fell in love with a slave girl. And this little slave girl ended up in the castle because of her mother that was taken from Guinea in West Africa. And this lady arrived at the Cape in 1658. And she had this little girl that was born in the castle. And this girl's name was Ansela. And in those days, all the slaves that were born at the castle had a noemnaam, a Christian name. And the surname would be van der Kaap, which meant of the Cape. So little Ansela grew up in the castle, and as she got bigger, she worked there, and then she fell in love with this German soldier. The soldier decided to go and farm at Muratie in 1685. Ansela couldn't come with him because she was a slave, and he used to walk from Muratie, which is 35 kilometers from Kaapstad. He used to walk by foot to visit Ansela. It used to take 3 days to get there, and then he would stay there for a week or two, and then come back to Muratie. And this trip he did for 14 years to visit his girlfriend Ansela.
Must be a big love.
Well, I mean, they showed good love those days, huh? And very lucky for Ansela, in 1699, she was able to have herself christened, getauft, and because of that, she was given some right to independence. And very unusually and unlikely, but the governor gave her the freedom. So on the 28th of June in 1699, Lawrence Kamfer went from Muratie to pick Ansela up. By then she had 3 children by the strong German and brought her back to Muratie. So in memory of the story of Ansela, we've made our flagship wine, our Bordeaux blend style of Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Cabernet Franc. We've named this after Ansela. It's a tribute to her.
And if somebody comes to the Muratie estate today, he can see the house where Ansela...
Absolutely, her little house is still standing there. It's 3 little buildings. The one building was for the horse and the cow, which was very important. The other building was the kitchen and the living room, and the third room was the bedroom where they all stayed. But it looks there in those days that the room for the cow and the horse was the most important one.
It was bigger than the room for the
because I think
people.
The horse was more important because the horse had to do all the work. Yeah. But you can still come and see that, and it's very much still there. Yeah.
And it's a blend of Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Cabernet Franc. So it's a French blend. It's a Bordeaux blend.
Yeah. We use what we do. We pick our grapes all by hand. We ferment them separately, and it goes into French oak. But only the percentage of new oak is only about 30%. And then after 12 months, we will taste all the barrels, and then we play around with the blend. That blend is made up into the tank, and that goes back to the barrel again for another 4 months. We just believe that the energy of the wine must get together. It's like having an engagement party before the wedding, you know?
Okay.
So then after 16 months in the wood, we bring it out and we bottle it.
So it's a strong wine for a strong lady.
Absolutely, yeah, with good history and good memory, yeah.
But I think it's also a fruity wine. So you have both. You have the strongness of the tannins and the structure, but it's also a real juicy fruity wine.
Our real intention with this wine is to have it as a special occasion wine. You can have with a meal. In particular, this wine must be served with food. if you can decant it an hour or two before the time, it just opens the wine even more. And that's the intention of what we're doing. Because it's a smaller wine estate, everything is still done by hand. You know, we are specializing in creating something more special, and for that special occasion now.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Rijk.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time, man.